Hey everyone, it is Anna Runyon and I'm excited. We are back with another member of our Career Coach Certified Coaching team. Everyone, I would love to introduce you to a client I've been working with for quite a while. Everyone meet Camille. Welcome, Camille. So
Hello.
excited to talk with you today.
Excited to talk with you and other people that are interested in coaching. Yes.
Yes, awesome. So tell me a little bit more about, I know you've been through this journey. It's been some time, a year that we've gone through this coaching journey together. So tell me a little bit more, like when you first joined certification, kind of what was happening with your career right then, and what were you thinking right then?
What I was thinking right then is, as I tell a lot of people, I'm a grateful, recovering corporate trainer. And what I was thinking is, I wanted to be able to put impact. And having been through different stages of the classy career girl pieces, one of the things that came very clear to me early on was when you're writing your goals in a corporate environment, even though they call them like individual personal development plans and things like that, they turn around and look at them and they change your goals around because it has to meet the corporate standard or what the corporate goals are. So all the individual piece came out. And what I wanted to do was really focus on those people that got disenfranchised because for so long they were managing metrics and not people. And that just, it left a lot of people cold. So it's the different things and components that you get to be able to develop for yourself. And there are things that can affect you in your family, at home, at work, at the bank, in any organizations you might belong to, church, things like that. They're really good basic skills that a lot of times we miss.
Yeah. And I love working with coaches like you too, because you have such an amazing background in the corporate world and your all of your experience, and you were kind of looking for like that next career in a way. Like, so tell me about your experience, all of the experience that you have that you're bringing into coaching.
Well, I was very fortunate because I kept my training and coaching through a couple of Fortune 500 companies that were facing incredible growth. So I often stepped up to the plate, did a lot of market testing, I did a lot of proof of concept and bringing into those different components. And one of the ultimate times that I had worked for Starbucks and I used to train all of the core classes for Starbucks as a facilitator. And years after I left the market, I was going through a Starbucks drive-through and ordered my drink, and the voice on the other side of the microphone went ahead and said, "Is this Camille?" And I went ahead, "Yeah, it is. Who is this?" And she introduced herself and she said, "You taught my coffee education class and it was life changing." So I had my like second grade teacher moment. So it was, a phenomenal, heartwarming type of thing that I went through. And as I moved through the corporate structure, I was in leadership at Starbucks. I was a district manager. I had a portfolio of over like $12 million in stores. And I reached a point where physically being on call like 24/7 at the front of everything, I needed a change. And being in Florida, I looked at it and I said, okay, what's the biggest market here? And Medicare Part D had just started. So I decided to make the jump, the career change into health insurance, primarily Medicare. And in doing that, I started out again, like I did at Starbucks, I started out at the ground level learning the business. And from there, within 9 months, I became a trainer. And one day I got a call from a company that said, "We want to talk to you." And I went in, I interviewed with them, and I got the job. Was there 10 years again in an area and a time with a company. It was incredible growth. Actually, was part of a launch for a brand new program, brand new company under the umbrella of the major company. And it was life changing. I was on again 24/7. I was on the road at one point for 9 months. My dog wouldn't even let me sit in the car when I came home for Thanksgiving weekend. Notice I said weekend. And your dog always loves you. So at that point, I know something's broken. COVID hit. My position got redone and my position was eliminated. And at that point, it was like, okay, this is the time now for me to jump and create this the life I want to live. And I'd been part of Classy Career Girl for probably about 4 years at that point. And I just said, this is it. This is the right place. You're a phenomenal coach. You have an incredible network. And that's the one thing I want to say to people is the network of talented women. I have a client that there's two ladies from the network that I utilize their services for my client. And it is just such a affirming place to be.
Yeah. Yes. And I love you come with I wanted you to explain your background because it's the perfect launch pad for a coach because you have all that experience. So tell me now transitioning into coaching, what were you struggling with? What were those challenges? Taking all the knowledge you have so much knowledge. Like, what was the transition like? What problems were you having when it came to starting your coaching business?
When I came to starting my coaching business, I had so many life changes going on that there were challenges as far as like meeting and getting through those things. I was able to listen to the sessions. I was able to support the network. So I still was able to be connected and quite often get my bucket filled by, working and being part of the network somewhat outside. And I was dealing with imposter syndrome horribly, being able to actually create that elevator speech and finding my niche because having such a varied background, especially through operations, it was so difficult to say, okay, I've got to narrow down this one path. Oh, wait, here comes imposter syndrome. So that that were some of the challenges along with some personal, I moved twice.
Yeah. I know
Stop the
I've been through this with you. Lots
Yes,
of
exactly.
change.
Been through a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing you can be assured of in life is change. But the one
But you
thing
never gave
is,
up. You never gave up. You
yeah,
were always, I knew you were, I kept checking in on you. I wasn't going to let you give up either. And now you're about to graduate.
yes. Well, the biggest thing is having, develop that vision, because no matter what, when you drill back to it at the end of the day, having the vision in front of you is important. The affirmations, the community, those are all things that really help me keep going through some very stressful times.
Yes, definitely. So what did you think when you started certification and you kind of started going through some of the modules? What were some of those first steps you took and what were you thinking then?
All this technology, even though I trained technical systems, I had a whole support background of people that I could say, hey, the system doesn't work. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. They'd correct it. I test it, roll it out. All of a sudden, I was it. I was my own IT department. And with the system and with the training, it took away a lot of those pieces. You could go out and spend all kinds of money trying to find people that can help you with Instagram or understand or explain to you, setting up your business as far as the financial pieces and all that. And you have brought together all of those things. So it's a system, it's a process. You work through it and kind of DWIT, do what you're told and follow it. And that will make it so much easier. It will save you so much time and aggravation.
Definitely. Yeah, you
Yes.
figured it out. And then if you don't know, you ask a question or you find the person that we both know who to ask, if we have a tech question as well too within the coaching community.
Yes, exactly. Because like I said, I had the social media within the organization. So I never was out on LinkedIn. I was never out on Instagram. We had all of our own stuff internally. And because I lived there 24/7, I never, went outside. So I was kind of challenged in those ways. And I'm amazed when people have podcasts and that. And I've gone back. If you folks have not listened to any of the podcasts, listen to Honest podcasts, because there are some great positive and really life-changing things within those podcasts.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
when would you say, like, when you made the decision to commit? I feel like you've almost made multiple decisions throughout this journey of being a coach and committing again. Like, what were you thinking when you made that decision to commit to this coaching career?
Um, I had seen people in previous cohorts being successful and doing things that just were, to me, mind-boggling. And I just was so impressed by how they use the tools and resources in order to go ahead and grow and develop and start to get the life that they wanted, knowing that you're living this time abroad, traveling with your family. It's like, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what my life is supposed to be.
Yeah, come
I
meet
went to
me.
Yeah, I went to school to learn French, so I'm supposed to be on the Riviera. So
Yeah.
it's that type of thing where, it was like, people are doing it. And one of the greatest things about the system and everything with Classic Career Girl, so often you run into these things that are hard sell, or you get involved and then it's like, okay, well, we'll help you with this, but if you want to learn about this, it's going to cost you this much more. Whereas we're looking at an entire package here, and it's all very streamlined, which is great because, you just systematically go through it. And the path that's laid out really makes it much easier. And so that was a big piece for me, was seeing people doing it. And there are people that I knew that I started out in class with that in some point had their specialty, but were clueless about the other pieces. And now they're successful.
And now you get to inspire the next round. They're
Yes,
watching you.
yes, definitely. It is, I have to tell you, is the most gratifying journey that I've been on. It's been a lot of self discovery, because I will tell you, as you look and you try to make decisions and determining your niche and exactly what your specialty is going to be, and a lot of them intertwine with each other, which is wonderful, because that way, you do have quite a bit of, breadth of what you can help people with. And if there's something that doesn't fit your niche, you can always go out to the network and, see if someone else is better served to help this person.
Exactly. I know. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
And you worked so hard too. I feel like on that elevator pitch and everything, you just really dove in and worked so hard on it too. So congrats on not giving up for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. You were a driving force between that as well.
We're not giving up. So where do you think you'd be right now if you didn't commit and to the plan?
If I didn't commit, I would probably be hating, you know, uh, a 9 to 5 kind of job, and trying to find ways where I could add value within the organization that I was in, whether or not it would be appreciated. But I would not have the knowledge that I've gained from this. I would probably still be like LinkedIn, Instagram. Can I find a recipe for? It'd be along those lines. And the growth is really, really worth the trip.
Yes.
Needless to say,
Yes.
I wouldn't be satisfied. I'd always know there's something more out there.
Yeah, it's easy to go back to that, but it's uncomfortable to grow and do that next thing and make the leap. But yes, it's always so worth it.
Yeah, but you know what? There's something to be said for, it can be uncomfortable to grow, but the pain of being where you're at and staying where you're at is so much greater than the little discomfort.
Mm-hmm. You'd always think, what if? What if I would have gone for it, like
And,
Camille?
and you know what? I've always been great about saying that to other people. I don't want to be, go ahead and try it. You don't want to be the person, in 5 years saying, what if? But yet with me, it was like, I had to get over some of the things that get broken in corporate America.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's almost it. As a coach, you're kind of the example. You're kind of doing the big change yourself so you can lead your future clients through it yourself too. So I love that. You're like learning how to coach yourself too as you're going through this process
And
as well too.
and coaching is a skill set. It really is. A lot of people just think, oh, I can go there and rah-rah. But I mean, look at how much, the sports coaches make and that. And if a coach isn't good, if a team's not winning, coach isn't good, the coach is out.
Yeah.
So coaching is extremely valuable.
Yep. So tell us about some of the happy wins that you've had since you started.
Oh, happy wins that I've had since I started. I am on Insta.
We got you there.
One really big win for me is because you can look at everything and say, oh, there's so much to do. There is a system within the program that talks about batching. So that way you can, segment what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, and you'll be able to achieve the results. Because so often we look and say, okay, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do everything. And then at the end of the day, end up doing nothing because the task list was so big. But being able to actually break that down, that was a huge win. One of the other pieces for me that was a huge win was the network, is to be able to reach out for help. Answers are just a slack away. And also the difference that I am making with one of my clients, and where we're able to really break down and get what they need. They had a lot of pieces in place, but one of the things, because I'm also a certified I'm going to mess this up now. I am a certified performance consultant, so I can go in and start picking the nits to try and find out where the issues lie, and then drill down into those individual pieces and work on those while not losing sight of the others. And it's really helped me be able to have those hard conversations with a potential client or a client, and to understand that sometimes people just aren't ready, and to feel good when I walk away from either a coaching call or a sales call with someone and know I'm here to help you. You're thirsty, I have the water.
Yeah.
It's now your decision whether or not you want to drink.
Look
So
at your confidence, Camille. I love this transformation.
yeah, exactly. From the
Yeah,
person that went, well, do I start an NFT business or do I
I
do
know.
this? I was trying to do too many things at once with all the personal things going on, and the system, it's that old fashioned, if you work it, it works type of thing, and it really does.
Yep.
And you meet some
Yep.
phenomenal people.
Yeah, definitely. So tell everyone what your specialization is, because that's one thing you've gotten a lot clearer on since you started too.
Yes, my specialization is I work with new or existing businesses that have stagnated, solopreneurs, small businesses that get stuck, that want to be able to move to the next and grow their business, and have issues that they need clarity on how to take care of, so they can go ahead and enjoy the fruits of their labor without constantly wringing their hands.
I love it. You can
Yes.
tell we've worked on that one. It's so good. I love it. Good job.
Yes. Yes.
Lori posted, she's one of our coaches in our next cohort. So big welcome to Lori. She says to you, I batch as much as I can all the time.
Woo, that's a winning thing to do. Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are on the right page for sure.
And
With the
you
batch ache for sure.
and you know what? It's really funny because one of the first things you do when you start out and you work with the plan and that where you kind of like design your ideal day. I got to the point at one time where like I'd pay myself an allowance for the days that I did, all the things that were prescribed in my perfect day. Found
It's a
ways
good
to reward
idea.
myself.
So where can everyone find you online, Camille?
Everybody can find me online through the Classy Career Girl Network, and I'm available at Moon, Moon, over media, media at yahoo.com.
Awesome. So what is your final word of wisdom for someone who maybe wants to get started after, a long corporate career, wants to transition into coaching? I've been talking to a lot of people just like that. What would you tell them if they're kind of on the fence, they don't know how to get started? What would be your advice to them?
I've done all the research for you. Okay. Trust me on this is a great program, especially if you're wanting to start out and you need to get those systems in place, that you need that good network to work with. This is the right place. This is where it should be. Come on, come into the meetings, view the podcasts. And I will tell you, as Anna and a lot of our other coaches can say, you know, you can live the life you want. You can build this business.
We talk a lot about mindset right in the beginning, and that's what it comes down to. You can do this for sure. Thanks, Camille.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, the affirmations are incredible.
Yeah. So if you want to join us, we do have doors open right now for our fall cohort. We're actually starting orientation in October. So if you want to apply and join us, you can go to www.classycareergirl.com/certification. Get your application in soon so we can give you next steps and you can join us and join Lori and Camille and the rest of our coaches in our amazing community and get started growing your coaching business as well. So thank you, Camille. Thanks so much
You're
for joining
welcome.
us. This was
Thank
fun to
you.
just
Join
chat and hear
us.
about your journey. Come join us. We'll see you inside, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye.